Hello everyone and welcome again to yet another Legacy video. My name is Joe Dyer of MTG Goldfish, This Week in Legacy, Vintage 101, The Power of Pauper, all that fun stuff. But we're here today to focus a little bit more on Legacy. So one of the things that we're going to be doing today is we are going to be playing around with the whole Ocelot Pride Guide of Souls kind of shell. So for those unaware, Ocelot Pride is this very interesting card from Modern Horizons 3. It's a 1-mana cat with first strike and lifelink, but it has Ascend, and which basically means if you control 10 or more permanents, you get the City's Blessing for the rest of the game. And at the beginning of Grand Step, if you gained life this turn, you create a 1/1 cat creature token. And then if you have the City's Blessing, for each token you control that entered this turn, you create a token that's a copy of it. So it's a 1/1 first striker lifelink, but it's more or less paired with Guide of Souls, which is a 1-mana 1/2, and it's basically whenever another creature you control enters, you gain 1 life and you get an energy counter. And then when you attack, you can pay 3 energy counters and put 2+1/+1 counters and a flying counter on an attacking creature, and that creature also becomes an angel. So it's a way to make your creatures bigger, and also the life gain helps make the Ocelot Pride trigger at the end step without having to attack. Eventually you get to a point where you can attack with the Ocelot Pride because it becomes a 3/3 flying lifelink first striker in the air, which is pretty good. We have cards like Ajani Nakatl Pariah from Modern Horizons 3. We have a new card Mockingbird from Bloomburrow, which is pretty interesting. That card is basically an X and a blue, and you can have it enter as a copy of any creature on the battlefield with mana value less than or equal to the amount of mana spent to cast it, except it's a bird and it gets flying. And then our spice card of this particular list is we're wanting to try out Zinnia, Valley's Voice. It's a 3-mana Jeskai bird, legendary bird. It gets +X/+O, where X is the number of other creatures you control with base power 1. But it also gives creature spells you cast have Offspring too, which plays really well with Ocelot Pride. If you can make a copy of a creature, especially if you can make a copy of an Ocelot Pride, or you have more than one Ocelot Pride in play, each Ocelot Pride trigger at the end step gets to see all the tokens that were created before that trigger, so that's kind of fun. I played a league with this on stream, and it didn't go so well. I'm not expecting much from this, but because I do think Zinnia is sort of bad, but I really would like to get the opportunity to play it at least once and see if it does anything. Esper Sentinel has been fairly reasonable, actually not too bad. Mockingbird's been very good. I haven't been able to flip a Johnny just yet. People seem to be well prepared for that card, so we'll see how it goes. But we are going to hop over right here to round 1, and we'll see you guys in a second. Okay, we are here live for round 1, and we are on the play. I mean, it's got a Guide of Souls, it's got a Ponder, it's got a Wasteland, and it's got mana. That's been the biggest issue, I think, with me playing with the deck, is that having mana light hands has been really kind of gross. So we will lead on this Guide of Souls. See how that goes. Alright. UT9N. Okay, so the Wasteland is rough here. I don't think the Wasteland's any good. We will Ponder. Like that. That. We will fetch. I don't think it really matters that we fetch a plateau. safe to attack. And they're brainstorming. Yield to the Ocelot Pride trigger. We'll yield to the Guide of Souls trigger. See if they're interested in playing around Wasteland. They are absolutely playing around this Wasteland. So, wow. That's cool. Dark Ritual. I'm gonna guess this is Doomsday. And us not having, like, a way to, like, stop it or anything like that. Pretty rough, but... Oh, Thoughtseize. Okay. Sure. Yeah, you can have the plow. Lotus Petal. Lion's Eye Diamond. So, oh, more. This is Storm, not Doomsday. I would assume. Yeah. I have to be curious what they do here, because an Echo would probably not be so good, because then it would at least draw me maybe into some action. And I don't have any lands. But then you don't have to spend this Dark Ritual on nothing. Unless the Echo is their only, like, option here. It could be. At which point that Thoughtseize was good, because it, you know, it cleared the way, but at the same time, like, you gotta be able to have, like... Gotta be able to do something with this. Okay. Yeah, wow. Interesting. I mean, sure. Let's say they have a Bowmaster's, like, just chilling in their hand, like... Oh, I guess we'll play this and Surveil. It doesn't really do much in the graveyard, on top. We are gaining some life, though, so that's really, like, kind of big. Okay, that's a Dark Ritual. So now they're interested in doing something. Burning Wish. Probably for Beseech, yeah. Alright. Yeah, Beseech. Guy as well. Yeah, that makes sense. Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual. Petal. Dark Ritual. Thought Seize. Oh, you know what? I just didn't even think about it. I should have plowed my, I think that's lethal. Yeah, it's 24. I should have plowed my, oh, I don't think it would have mattered, actually. No, it actually wouldn't have mattered. Plowing the thing. Okay, Lavinia seems really good here. Flusterstorm, Hydroblast. These prismatic endings seem real bad. These Swords of Plowshares kind of seem real bad. Consign to Memory seems really good, actually. I'll bring in a Pyroblast. Actually, I'll bring in both. All right. Let's see what we come up with here. I mean, this would be a great hand if like that Wasteland was something else. That's just legitimately awful. This would also be like a really wonderful hand if that plateau was a other land. Yeah. It's rough. I don't like it, but there's a Brainstorm on top. So we have to Brainstorm. I don't like any of these things. Like, none of this looks great. Do. Cast this thing. We're not winning this game, I don't think, just because our opponent we mulled the 5, and yeah. I don't think keeping that hand with the plateau was probably an accurate thing to do. Oh, well, we get to Wasteland them. To play a Johnny. Probably should have played the Esper Sentinel, but I guess we can do that next turn if we get a turn. Now we have City Blessing. What to do? Like, we could just lose. Raucous Theater. Like, we played the aggressor here as much as possible. It's just whether or not they have a kill in hand. Okay. Yeah, they're okay with me drawing that card. I think we die. I'm sure it's just guy as well. LED is literally just like a very good card here. I think we just lose. They have to boost the storm count a little bit. So yeah, they've got it. Okay, well, yeah, round one against Storm, and so no counter magic, no sideboard cards. We mulled 5 in game 2. Um, very much like just extreme amount of variance. So it is what it is. We will be right back for round 2. Okay, we are on for round 2, and this is on the draw. I don't like this on the draw. It doesn't have anything. It doesn't do anything. It's got a lot of lands, but it doesn't really do anything at all. Like, as cool as it is to see Zinnia in a hand, I don't think it does anything. Okay, this looks a little bit better. I think we can push this plow out. It's got force and basic island, which could be good. We will ponder. Boy, I don't like any of those cards. Like, none of those cards actually do anything. I think we're shuffling that. Yeah, that's a little bit better. That at least casts a Johnny. Painter Servant. Yeah, that has to get countered. Yeah, cast a Johnny. So I think we just need to, like, have Wasteland up for, like, any of their dumb cards and plow for things. Vexing Bubble's fine. Okay. Sure. Let's take 3 from the from the thing and then bolt it. That seems accurate. Probably could have just spent that prismatic ending on it. But I also feel like if they cast Soul Cauldron, I could just use it on that. Yeah, see. Them not having any lands has been pretty interesting. Sure. I feel like I would have exiled a Johnny instead, but... Alright, Painter Servant. I see you. Cantrip would be nice. Like, any sort of, like, cantrip would be fantastic, and of course we're not going to get that. Why would we get cantrips? That doesn't happen in this game. We only play 8 of them. Wow. My goodness. Just the variance of let's draw every amount of lands in this deck in this game. My god. That's amazing. Yep. I mean, I don't really want to cast this, like, at the same time. Like, I want them to think I've got something in my hand. Because being shields down kind of stinks. Like, any amount of, now granted, any amount of, cantripping. Yeah, sure. You've got it. Oh, they're gonna wait. They're gonna hold up. Okay. You gotta do it on, like, my upkeep, right? That seems correct. Yeah, that's fine. Yep, you got it. Yep. My goodness. I like all these cards. We're bored not a lot. Oh, not these prismatic endings. The Zinnias, unfortunately, have to go. Poor Zinnia. It just... Never gonna... always a prom queen, or always a bridesmaid, never a bride. But Johnny seems real bad, actually. We just want a couple threats and some removal and sideboard cards. Really, at this point. Alright, see, again, this Wasteland's killing me. Maybe Wasteland's not good in this deck. I don't know. This is better. We will... lead on Island Ponder. Yeah, I mean, this is reasonable. Okay, yeah, Vexing Bauble. I swear every Painter player I've ever played against so far has had Bauble just chilling there. Okay, we can put back these forces. Oh, we can represent Hydroblast and Pyroblast, which seems pretty good. Yeah, Saga's a card. Goblin Engineer. Alright, we get to jam this, this Harbinger. Get rid of that Saga. We just have to hope they don't have Mountain. Like, just have to hope all their lands are non-basic. They played, like... Oh, okay. So Fury. Cool. You cast a Fury into your Vexing Bauble. That's beautiful. Loving it. Love it. Fury into Vexing Bauble. Whee! Let's go. Alright. I'm going to bring in Lavinia as well. And we'll be on the draw. Yeah, this is reasonable. Just Grindstone. Okay, sure. Vexing Bauble was fine. We gotta wasteland that Saga. Oh, I did it too. Never mind. Whee! I forgot about the thing. Oh well. Making bad choices. Alright, yeah, Goblin Engineer. There's a painter servant. Yeah, Welder's a card. Still say we probably lose, but yeah, I'm okay with second Vexing Bubble. Okay. Like, I guess the question is, do you have a... I still lose here, I think. If they have a blast in hand, I don't think it really matters. Yeah, they have a blast in hand. Okay, sure. Yeah, yeah. Just not seeing the right measure of cards I needed to see. So yeah, round two. Not looking good so far. I don't think this shell is that great, but I think I'm also just probably playing bad. So we'll see you back here for round three. Okay, we are here for round three, and this actually looks pretty reasonable on the draw. So we'll take it. Glistener Elf. Okay. I guess what worries me is like I have to plow it. They have to have. They probably. Oh, they don't have days. Okay. Ink Moth. Yeah. Noble Hierarch. I think we wasteland the Ink Moth. Yeah, that seems correct. Haven't played against Infect in a while. No, playing the Noble Hierarch game here. Attack with Noble Hierarch for 2. Sure. this brainstorm. Yeah, see. We'll put Zinnia back in that. I like Mockingbird. Mockingbird seems like a really good card here. Trying to stifle them on mana seems pretty good, even if their game plan is attack with Noble Hierarch. I think we try to resolve a Johnny next turn, and Nadu, that card's probably gotta go. Sure. I think we just resolve a Johnny. This little sentinel gets to fly. Ink Moth Nexus. I think we ponder. I don't like half of these cards on. Ocelot Pride is cool. Yeah, I don't think you block that. Okay, so are we paying for the Esper Sentinels? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I think the reason I don't like Zinnia is I don't think you ever get to like 4 to 5 lands with this deck, it feels like. And that's the rough part of it, I think. Okay, they got a Nadu, yeah. I think that's what's so awkward about it. I think you just never get to 5 lands, like almost ever. Do I cast the Mockingbird as a copy of... I guess maybe I should have just cast it as a copy of Nadu there. That would have been kind of funny. Flipping a Johnny feels real awkward right now. I'll hold on to it. I mean, this Esper Sentinel's putting in some work, I think. They've got a lot of mana. Yeah, it feels like this deck never gets to, like, 5 mana or 4 to 5 mana ever. Like, so, like, you're just playing this, like, deck with a bunch of small creatures and hoping that you have cantrips. And it seems real bad. Yeah, Blighted Agent is a card. Nadu not attacking when it gets like +3 plus. I mean, sure, deck. I guess we will make the Mockingbird. Alright, we get to go to end step. We get to make a bunch, gain a bunch of life. I feel like I'm on borrowed time with this Nadu, though. Like, they're going to have, like, a Nomads on core, and they're just going to do their thing, I feel like, at some point. And we're just doing nothing in regards to that. Like, Zinnia would be cool, but Zinnia dies to Nadu, being an X3. Yeah. We got to do something about this Blighted Agent. Yeah, that's 8 poison right there. That is not going to do it, folks. Like, what the heck? Not even a single cantrip to even be able to do anything here. That's silly. I like March of the Worldly Light, Pyroblast. Sorry, Zinnia. You're just not good. I hate it, but it's not good. Like, I don't think it's... yeah. I don't think this deck is good, honestly. I think this shell has some potential, but I don't think this particular build of it's good. And I did try a version with Daze, and I didn't like Daze either. So I'm not really sure what the correct way to build this deck is offhand. I think Esper is probably the best way to build this, but... Alright, yes, I'm on the die roll. Yeah, I mean, it's got a plow and prismatic ending and a Guide of Souls. Let's see what they've got. Yeah, Glistener Elf, yeah. We are going to Prismatic, ending that. And we get to Ponder. Ponder, 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 Ponder. No, I actually want that because I want to be able to cast Ocelot Pride next turn. Hopefully. That would be nice to cast Ocelot Pride. And not have to plow something else. Okay. I guess we're Lava Spur Boots, yeah. Yep. So we could just lose to, like, this Ink Moth, but you never know. Like, Noble Heart, yeah. Alright, let's cast this Ocelot Pride. So here's a cool thing we get to do. Alright, yeah, we definitely want to put this Force Will on top. We want to be able to draw that Force Will. It's just whether we think we're dead to the Ink Moth, but like, so what do they have in hand? They have okay, sure. Yeah, we're not blocking. Do they have a force is really, I think, what it boils down to. Or a daze. How big does this make it? Let's see. It's an artifact, land, creature. Yeah, I think we have to, like... Okay. I'm okay with taking 3. Yeah, we're not getting any. But we get some tokens. I think it's awkward that I have a force pitch force, but like at the same time, like you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, that's a thing you can do. Yep. Yep, I cannot block that. Yeah, that is a Glistener Elf. So really, it would be nice to have a... Don't we just win? Because we get to like swing 3, or we actually get to swing exactly 7 in the air. Yeah, that's fine. I'm actually A-okay with this. So you get to cast Esper Sentinel. And then we get to just swing 7 in the air. Three, 6, 7. All these things fly. So yes, we put the counters there. Yes, we put counters there. Yep, hey, look at that. Yeah, that seems like a correct thing to do. Okay, I like maybe 1 Consigned to Memory. Consigned to Memory is such a cool card. I also like a Flusterstorm. Not gonna lie. Consigned to Memory seems like a cool card to like counter their Akemoth Nexus activation. Or no, you can't do that. It's triggered ability or color spell. Oh, maybe that's not so good here. Let's toss that Ajani back in. Or actually, Lavinia. Because they are casting like things like Invigorate and stuff. So Lavinia kind of shoots that a little bit. I mean, it seems actually fairly reasonable. They're going to lead on a threat, and we're going to have to plow it. Like, that's basically what it boils down to. Bolt the bird. I feel like it's correct. Yeah, ponder, 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 ponder. I want to get this Esper Sentinel down quickly. Oh yeah, especially since they didn't find a land off of that. That seems, Sentinel seems like really good in that scenario. Shit, heck, just make 2 Sentinels and just like card draw. Yeah, that's actually totally fine. I'm sure we could find a removal spell. Ponder. I like the Wasteland. Yeah, let's hold up, see if there's any sort of interaction. Okay, yeah. This is a good game. Play this guy Souls. Woof. They should have shuffled that Ponder. Absolutely should have shuffled it. Big woof. Let's ponder. Oh, I should be attacking with this. Wow. Man, that's rough. I should absolutely be attacking with this this Esper Sentinel that flies. What am I doing with my life? Oh boy. I think the fun part is like we get to like if they play any sort of like cantrip, we get to Pyroblast it. Yeah. 10 cards and no land. Woof. It's rough, man. Alright. It's rough, my friend. My friend, it is rough. Alright. We got the train going. Yeah, that was textbook. I just was gonna hold up a Pyroblast for whatever if they played any amount of actual like counter, like not counter spell, but like anything they had to play was gonna draw me 2 cards off of Esper Sentinel, and then I get to. I would probably fetch in response into Goo, like Meticulous Archive, Surveil, see what happened there, see what I was getting, at least for one of the cards, and then go from there. But yeah, seemed pretty good. It seemed better in that sort of matchup. It doesn't seem so good against combo, and it doesn't seem so good against Painter. Painter seems like a really, really unwinnable matchup for this deck, I feel. But, alright, over to round 4? Yeah, round 4. Okay, we are on the draw for round 5. So, yeah. Let's see what happens here. I mean, I don't like it. It does have a Johnny in it. My issue has been all these hands that just don't have anything that you want in them. But I feel like if I mulligan this, it's worse. So I guess we'll see. We'll mulligan it. You see, it's worse. That meticulous archive being a meticulous archive seems real bad. Swamp. Thoughtseize. Sure. Just when things couldn't get worse, the Fire Nation attacked. Or the Thoughtseize Nation. Yeah, I mean, I have 1 blue card for Force, and honestly, getting rid of the Force seems correct. I struggle to consider decisions by my opponents in this scenario. There's a very clear answer here, and it's probably Force. I would be surprised if they took anything else at this point. But we shall see what they decide to do. With this being a tap land, yeah, okay, so yeah, it was correct. Force was absolutely the correct pick. Yeah, we're playing this tapped land. So the only downside of these surveil lands, that Ponder is not doing us any good. We're going to get him to Turok. Or either that or this is Reanimator, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, sure. Cool to lose to Gristlebrand on turn 2. Yay. Black-red Reanimator. So we bring in all the cards that... Yeah, I think that's probably good. You just need, like, you know, Priest, Flusterstorm, you know, Surgical Extraction, Force Will. So that first hand on the draw would have been real bad. Like, real bad. Even if I had forced the Thoughtseize. But that first hand was just, yeah, it was absolutely unplayable on the draw in that scenario. This deck wants to showcase the fact that you just almost never have cantrips and stuff. It's kind of funny. It's like, you have a deck that has cantrips in it. Yeah, nah, you don't get to see those. It's okay, you don't need them. Just waiting on our opponent to finish sideboarding. they're taking some time here. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what we find here. If this is black-red reanimator or even mono-black reanimator, I feel more comfortable with it, even though they probably are scamming. Because at least I have some answers. This is fine. It's got a Containment Priest in it. We get to fluster a Thought Seize of some sort. It doesn't protect us from Grief Scam, but Force of Will doesn't protect you from Grief Scam, so that's just the nature of things, really, at the moment. If they open on Thoughtseize, though, we get to, Flusterstorm it, though. That's nice. Alright, let's go. Come on. Opponent. Alright. So, I'm going to lead on Tundra. And we get to pass. So here's the problem. They could Grief Scam us. That could be the thing that occurs. They could unmask, which would at least... Okay, so they had to get to Grief Scam us. Okay, sure. Guess we have to plow that. So they don't get to scam. There's two things here that get this, and that's there's a Containment Priest and there's a Flusterstorm. So they obviously have to take the Priest. I mean, if they had like Lotus Petal, yeah, Entomb. Psychic Frog. Yeah, that card's. I hear that card's pretty good. May have prematurely cast that plow. That's rough. And not only that, they know that we have the Flusterstorm, so they just play around it. Yeah, we're not blocking that guy. Yeah. Okay. Getting griefed again. It's a cool part of the format right now. Getting scammed on turn 2 instead. Yep. Yeah, that ain't gonna do it. Alright, well, that was a quick round 4. Getting grief scammed in the face doesn't seem too good for this deck if you don't have the answers. But then the answers don't matter because the grief scam just takes them away. So, yeah. I'm hoping for this is going to be a much more interesting format come August 26th. But I have feelings that it also won't be because I don't think that they're going to take the full action that I think they probably should take, which is likely to ban both Grief and Psychic Frog. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, round 5, final round coming at you soon here. Okay, so here we are for the final round, round 5. Okay, yeah, this seems fairly reasonable. We get to open on our Ocelot Pride. We have Force. Seems okay. Would like this to be the game that we get to actually cast Zinnia, but I don't think it's going to happen. Marsh Flats. Sure, that's fine. I have another one. And a Johnny. Wee. Yeah, no, you don't get that guy. I mean, sure, deck. Okay. I guess. Sure. Right then. Yeah. Neat. I don't really. Yeah. Okay. I guess March of Otherworldly Light. I have to imagine this is like D&T of some sort. I don't really know what we do here. We're on the draw. All I know is I countered an Orcish Bowmasters and won. Yay. And resolved in a Johnny with Ocelot Pride being able to make the extra token, which is kind of silly. Yeah, this is fine. My opponent has lost connection to the game. So hopefully they come back, and it's not like super fast or super slow. Like, I'd like to play the game for sure. I would feel really bad if that was what happened here. Okay, they joined the game. Okay, cool. Hopefully that wasn't a big issue. Yeah, we'll keep. Prismatic Vista. So they are playing so the Tamiyo. I feel like we just plow this Tamiyo. And then we get to cast both. Yeah, Ponder. Guide of Souls and Ocelot Pride. Thoughtseize. You're a terrible person. Terrible person. Why would you do this to the poor kitty? Brainstorm. Brainstorm. Storming all those brains. We will ponder. That seems like an good ponder. Yes, we would like to. Oh, they were not interested in playing the rest of that game. Wow. Okay, that was weird. I just kind of got to do the thing, but that was super strange. What a weirdly fast game that was. Literally, I've only been recording for 5 minutes, and that's how long the game took. So strange. Okay, cool. Yeah. 2-3. I feel like the rescam match just didn't work out too well. Painter, I feel really awkward about how that played out with Painter. I think that probably is not a good matchup. They just have so much velocity on this kind of deck, and I don't think playing Daze helps. I think it should have had more things like Force and Negation maybe in the sideboard. That might be better. I don't know. Consign to Memory seems good. But yeah, and then obviously playing against Storm, just mulling to 5, not seeing anything, just having no answers to what they had going on, kind of rough. So, but hey, again, if you were watching and you like what you saw here, please continue to support my channel. Please keep recommending and subscribing to it. It really does help. I need roughly around, I want to say 45-ish subscribers around there to get to 500 subscribers. I'm still a long ways off of 3,000 watch hours, so it would be nice to be able to get to that eventually. But I mean, just looking at it here and doing some housekeeping while I've got the time in this video, just really wanting to try and get to that point where I could get to that 500 user mark, 500 subscriber mark, and that watch time, kind of thing, kind of going up. That would be nice. Yeah, I'm at 456 subscribers now, so 44-ish subscribers would get me to 500, which would be kind of nice. So yeah, please check out the link in the link tree. Please support the channel, like, subscribe, hit the bell. And yeah, thanks to the Magic Online Content Creator Program for everything they do. They are an awesome group of folks, and they are really, really cool. And they are currently have applications open, so if you are a content creator interested in utilizing their content, please check it out and subscribe and try to apply for it. It is a lot of fun, and they allow me the opportunity to play really, really silly decks like this. So thanks again, and we'll talk to you later.